A long-lost Army chaplain from Kansas has finally been identified nearly 70 years after his death. Captain Emil Kapaun died a prisoner of war in Korea May 23, 1951. Originally buried in a mass grave, his body was positively identified this week by the Defense POW MIA Accounting Agency. He was regarded a hero during the war, helping his fellow soldiers physically, emotionally, and spiritually.
He was one of those people who always led by example. You know, it was never a point and go do this and a point and go do this. It was, I'm going to do this, and everyone would follow him.
Even in the face of death, Kapaun's faith never wavered. His fellow soldiers recalled as the chaplain fought off a blood clot in his leg, dysentery, and pneumonia, but still managed to lead Easter services just 2 months before his death. In 1993, Pope John Paul II named Kapaun as Servant of God, the first stage in the path to officially admitting him into sainthood with his body found. The Catholic Diocese of Wichita is more hopeful than ever he'll be named a saint. Grant Demars reports.
When you open the doors at Cape and Mount Carmel, you're surrounded by history.
My predecessors named this school after him, Cape and Mount Carmel High School, so that his legacy can be passed on, and we can inform and form our young people with his virtues.
Virtues of Father Emil Kapaun, driving the education of thousands of Wichita high schoolers for decades. Finding his remains is something local Catholic leaders always hoped would happen, but the discovery was still a shock.
We had always thought that might be a possibility with modern technology and DNA testing, but honestly had not really thought much about that in recent years.
It's also an important element in his canonization process. The diocese hopes he'll soon become a saint.
In our Catholic tradition, the bodies of who we think will be saints are very important to us. But to have that material, have that concrete remains is really an important development, I think, in his canonization cause.
The canonization process is a lengthy one, and while Kapaun's cause has made great progress, there's still a ways to go.
About at the step of being declared, we hope, venerable, which is a declaration the Pope will give him, hopefully very soon. And then after that, there'll be a study of the miracles attributed to his intercession.
If those are valid, there will be a declaration of beatification. Then he'll need another miracle. Bishop Kemi and the rest of the Wichita Diocese hope that in a few years, they'll get to call one of their own Saint Kapaun. Grant Demars in Wichita.
Father Kapaun grew up in rural central Kansas, attended seminary school in Missouri, and was ordained under what is now Newman University in Wichita.